We're 4 days away from the Super Bowl, and you could bet on sure who's going to win or lose, the over-under. But what about some of these Super Bowl prop bets that seem to change every year? Aaron Todd from CasinoCityTimes.com joins us. And these bets, we hear about them every year, but do they really exist? Can you really put money down on them?
Well, they can. You're not going to find quite as many of these things at a traditional Las Vegas sportsbook. But there are online sportsbooks that put these things out now. There's a lot of debate as to whether or not online sportsbooks are legal. I can't quite answer that question perfectly. I can tell you that of the online gambling options, sportsbooks are probably the least likely to be legal. But I can tell you that they exist. There's a lot of opportunities to do prop bets on these online sports books, and they produce some ones that are kind of fun.
I would imagine that Vegas is going to do it for reason number one. Would be attention, obviously, to put more focus on the fact that you could bet on it, and two, to make more money.
Sure. Some of them, like, who will be the Super Bowl MVP? I'm pretty sure that you're going to find a sports book in Vegas that's putting out odds on that, whereas, some of the other ones, some of the more interesting ones that I'm more interested in is in terms of, like, how long will it take Christina Aguilera to sing the national anthem? They probably aren't putting that one out.
What color dress will she have on?
Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of interesting. I think there's Bodog has put together. I think there's at least 4 based on Christina Aguilera alone. So,
what are some of the other unusual sort of bets people can place?
Some of the other ones are, one of my favorites is the coin toss. You're talking about a 50-50 event, and you can lay a bet on whether it's going to be heads or tails, and you can lay a bet on whether on which team's going to win. That's what it depends on where you go. Different sportsbooks have different bets there. Some of them have both, and some just have whether it'll be heads or tails.
It's kind of like roulette. You're betting even on red, black. It's a pretty easy one.
Yeah, exactly.
And what about anything for some of the players in particular?
Yeah, there's a ton of player ones. My personal favorite that I've seen is one on Aaron Rodgers, and it's a Rodgers versus Brett Favre, even though obviously Favre's not playing. Bodog has put one out that says that asks if Aaron Rodgers will have more passing yards. Actually, they put it out in this way: it's more passing yards, and then in parentheses plus 29.5 yards than Brett Favre did during the Super Bowl in the Super Bowl 31.
Aaron Rodgers still can't get away from the Brett Favre pass, can he? One thing that they don't have, they should have a bet for the over-under on how much James Harrison will be fined after the Super Bowl. We'll see. We thank Aaron Todd from Casino City Times for joining us, and we have a link to his site where you can see the full list of the Super Bowl prop bets.